Hey guys, what's going on? Back with you live to talk some wholesale real estate with Mr. Wholesale TV.
I'm
uh,
back.
back, man, back. We just show y'all how we do this thing. Wholesaling every day. This is real for us. We ain't just putting on a show. You know, this is real life wholesaling. So just come with your questions. It's wholesale 101, man. If you're watching on the replay, leave comments below with your questions. We'll answer them next time. You want a free contract, hit up that number right there. We'll send you over a contract. You need some paperwork to get yourself started in this wholesale thing. But other than that, man, how's everything going today wholesaling, Pat?
Everything is going. It's going pretty well. I skipped Trace it. I skipped Trace. Skip Trace it. I skipped
Come
Trace.
on, man. That brief
I mean,
education.
I'm eating, man. I'm eating, man. I'm juggling. I'm tasting savor, flavors, and I'm talking. But I skipped Trace a list from a distressed property list. I'm not gonna get a chance to test it today, but I want to try out my new templates. On that distress list. So I got some excitement. I'm still in North Carolina today. You one of your boys, he said, yo, yo.
Yeah, A said, yo, yo. And
That's the one
Jordan
with the
said,
fire.
what's good, man? A says, looking for a new laptop. Any laptop recommendation, fellow? So thank got you on the laptop.
I got some laptops now. We got computers all over here. But it depends on how many monitors you're trying to plug up to your, like I got like 3 monitors on my desk, so if you're just gonna use your one laptop screen, it's different. Like, what's your setup? Depends on what your setup is.
This laptop guy. So George said the title company took back my money.
Oh man.
The title company took it back. Woo, woo, this thing is getting sticky, man. I told you. There's gonna be some lawsuit stuff going on, man. That money better show back up. People burning down houses and stuff, man. That's crazy. So A says, Jordan, you on LinkedIn, bro. I guess going to connect with you. So George said I was sick for a couple of hours. I'm gonna keep it pushing though. Sick. Oh man, you gotta be sick, man. Uh that hurt right there, man. So A says one monitor, like normal people.
Okay, so I assume when you mean one monitor, you're gonna have your computer screen, like your laptop monitor, and then another separate monitor, to the side. Okay. I assume that's what you mean, right? So technically 2 screens, like your laptop monitor and then like a separate monitor. I might add another. So is it?
Just go ahead with the one monitor, Pat. Just give them both options.
What's your budget? $500?
Give them ranges. Give them something he can buy low, something he can buy high.
All right, I gotta get over here. Look real quick. Let me look. Like, I gotta look for some laptops at the right price. I'll send you the link. You can put it. Can you post a link in?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Give me a second.
Anyway, so Jordan had to give his money back. Jordan did a deal. Guy burned down the house. So the seller burned down the house. Jordan fire call, want his money back. Jordan, title company took the money back. That's crazy stuff, man. But yeah, that's crazy. So my mom buying me this for Christmas. I think it's 1,000 to 1,500.
Oh wow! Now you got all the laptop you need, man. That's all you need. You might want to get 2 more monitors. Get you the whole spread. That way you can watch. REI next door right here. You can get your texting platform up right here, and you can watch. Skip and Shannon over here. Whatever you got going on, whatever you got on this other monitor. Yeah, get you 3 monitors.
Yeah, but yeah, man. That's pretty dope, man. Yeah, I would say, shoot, man. Laptop is crucial, and leads are crucial, right? Thad was talking about how he was pulling some leads. Where'd you pull your leads from, Thad?
I pulled my leads from PropStream and I skip traced them on PropStream. I used to use Lead Sherpa all the time, like like me and you. I've been doing PropStream a little bit more just to see if I'm gonna get, just to compare. I will say the last two lists that I skip traced off of PropStream, I have not gotten like I've received very little responses from those messages. So that is I don't know what that means, but
Yeah.
it's not good.
Yeah, I got a list of prop scream that kind of went down. I tried to switch up a couple of times, and I just submitted to the idea that, hey, let me stick with what works. Let me
Oh,
keep doing the proven method.
don't break it. It already works.
I'll tell you,
There
man,
Byron goes back to don't break it. Already
it
works.
already works. Now I know it's other stuff out there that works, but I'm like, shoot, I can try that when I got more leeway or something like that. So that was my thought. So A says, man, I love skipping Shannon.
I
Yeah,
know, man. We need another monitor, right?
that's just
Three
so fresh.
monitors.
So how many leads were you pulling a month when you first started off buying and that? So I would say I pulled, I don't know, I probably spent like $300 on leads when I first started off or something like that. I think that probably went in strong. What did you do, that?
When I first started out, if y'all remember, I didn't have a buyer, so I was getting like a list, and I had
Three
sellers,
leads.
but I didn't have a buyer. I think those lists were only costing me like maybe I don't know, maybe $50, 20, 30. It was a small list, but I
Yeah.
didn't have any buyers for the list. So then Byron was like, go where your buyer is. That first list, I think I spent like $200. And at the time, Byron was like, you're going in strong. Like we were laughing because we were like going in strong. But I think I spent like $200. It was a smaller city. Like I said, it was a small city in South Georgia, maybe 20,000 people.
Yeah.
So you know,
And then he started skip tracing all over the place.
yeah. Then I started skip tracing all over the place. But that was my first. That's how I got my first deal. Was probably like $200 or something on the list. Skip trace. I mean, I tested it twice.
Yeah. Did you get to find the guy the first time around on that?
Nope. I found the guy second time around.
Yeah. So it's like you buy a list, you text it, and you're like, oh man, this didn't give me no deal. Text it again. It's
Yeah.
like,
And when I tested it the third time, I got another deal. I got like one or two more deals. I tested and tested it.
yeah. Like, dude, you buy lists and you'll eat off that list from now till, I'm still getting some of the contract from lists I pulled, a while
Year
back.
ago.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a year ago. I was looking at Prop Stream and we pulled over 1 million properties. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Over 1 million properties.
That's crazy, dude. Over 1 million, man. That's crazy.
Who's
Uh,
gonna stop me?
yeah, dude. And I think that's the key, man. It's like it's all about numbers, man. It's all about continuing to reach out to people, and it's all about numbers. So Rolex says, man, seller just asked me for too much in this down market. Yeah, sellers just be asking for too much, man. They just ask for too, but hey, my one of my acquisition guys said it this morning. It was like, hey, it ain't about what they want, it's about what we say. It's like it's about what now the buyers are starting to demand, right? They're starting to say, hey, look, we are gonna pay you this for this property, and you ain't got many options. So, so you got
You
to be
could.
willing to stand strong, man. I think that's one big thing that I'm learning. Like stand strong, stand firm. Because like there was a property I didn't think that the person would come down, but you know I just stood at the number. The buyer said that, hey, you can get me here, then it works. That I just stood at that number, and then
Um,
stand firm. If you got a solid buyer, stand on whatever number it is. It doesn't matter what the number is. Stand on that number and let the chips fall.
Stefan, you could refer to like a realtor to list it. I don't know how much money, if they asking some kind of crazy number or something, but you can do that. I don't know, I don't know what how much they asking, but
Yeah.
get you a percentage, get you like a flat fee or something.
Yeah, definitely could do that. A says, hey, when you're filing LLC, shouldn't it be free for the EIN through the IRS? Yes, it should. When you go through the IRS, just apply for the EIN. You should be able to get your EIN. You got automatically get the EIN, right? They got to identify you as LLC, right? Right, that
I don't. I had my CPA do it, and he just gave me the end
big
bill. So
time, man,
so
big
I don't
time.
know. I don't know if that was free or not, but it wasn't much. It wasn't much to get it created.
How much did you pay your CPA to do that? That
Man, I don't even remember, but it might have been like maybe $100, maybe $130 or something.
yeah, not that
Something
bad.
like that. I think he might have had a charge if you rushed it, like if you wanted it done like say a week or 2 weeks or something. But it was probably like 100 something.
That's not that
So
bad.
I didn't really ask if they charge for the EIN or not. But
Yeah, no,
um,
they don't charge for the EIN. I've been on there. I've gotten 2 EINs, so nah, they don't charge for the EIN. You just got to go in there and apply through the IRS. Sometimes it get a little tricky with a lot of wording on there, but just be careful, read through that stuff, man, and follow the instructions that they have right there. Um, but man, so wholesaling 101, that wholesaling 101 for the beginners, right? Uh, I don't know, man. It just seems so simple to me. Um, I know it's a bunch of ways to market to people, but I don't know. It seemed very simple to me. What are some things you think people need to know, like some basics that, like, if you're a novice, you need to know these things.
I mean, a basic thing that I don't know. Is this basic? But you remember the probate list from the courthouses, that were free? Because we didn't even mention this. Somebody was talking about free everything yesterday. Those are free. You might have to pay to print them off the printer, but those are a good list. You're not gonna have to skip trace, like 100,000 people. Ain't gonna be a million people. It's gonna be like 15, 20, depending on your state, maybe 100 or
Yeah,
something. But maybe five of those, 10 of those probably want to sell to somebody. Um, so I think that's probably like a beginner easy thing for, just drive to the courthouse, ask for, a probate list, and you don't and I would be careful about how you contact those people though, that could be kind of delicate, like, hey, I want you, because somebody died,
yeah,
probate means somebody died. So people get kind of emotional or something, so you might want to be careful about how you approach those people. But yeah, that's I think that's nice for somebody new starting out. Even if you say you knew another wholesaler that was better at calling or something, and you said, hey, I'll do 50, I'll go to all these courthouses and get all the probate lists, and you give me 50%, you know even if you're not, I don't know if you might not want to have that conversation, but I think that'd be really easy to get out the door.
yeah.
Low risk,
Say go to
very
all the probate
high.
courts around,
Yeah,
get the list, skip trace them,
yeah. I mean, of course, skip trace them.
and then you probably could call them on like a Google Voice. But I mean, sticking them into a dollar probably gonna be your best bet. Being
When I was
able to
talking,
dial people fast, it's the best way. Like you don't want to use no Google Voice; it just takes too long. You need to be dialing a massive amount of people, at least quickly and every day, right?
Reggie even said that he sends those mailers.
Yeah,
He said
probably
so
better
you're gonna
that
have to
way.
speak to him on the phone, because somebody died. He said he just sends them like a little thing. I don't know what he
Yeah,
puts
and
in
that
his
way
mail for.
when they're ready, they pull it out. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
so
That way they get through their emotions. They get to the point where it's like, okay, I need to handle this. I'm ready to talk to you. I'm gonna
yeah,
call.
yeah.
Right.
So
So that's a good way to handle it too. I mean, you can even try your own little town, go get the probate list and just send mailers to the people in your town that is in probate. So
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a good way to get a deal, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so
Cheaply, to cheaply get a deal, you know.
cheaply, the mail is not going to cost that much, and if you um and if you really wanted to get cheap, you probably could write up the mail yourself and like take it to the post office.
Shit. Oh, okay. For a second, I thought you were about to say put it in their
Oh,
mailbox. Like,
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know, that
no,
might be a
no,
federal.
no, 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 no. Take it to the post office.
Yeah,
Just take them to the post office, and then bam, just drop them off.
yeah.
There you go. And
Um,
handwritten a lot of times probably would get some people, but then again, they got so good with this technology that you can order handwritten mailers. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So,
yeah.
um, but Cass says, "What's up, guys? Caught the show yesterday. By the way, don't
Don't
talk to
walk to LA.
yeah, LA. Don't walk, baby. Don't
No.
walk. Please don't walk to LA, baby." So we was talking about yesterday, like I guess he talking about maybe the probate stuff, but trying to do this the freeway, a lot of times, it takes a long time, right? It's like walking from Atlanta to LA. That will take you a long time. You're gonna have to endure a lot of stuff, and you're probably gonna quit before you get to LA,
Well, the
right?
original person asked, you remember it was a girl, I thought, and she said, "Can I get deals off the MLS?" That
Yeah.
was I'm like, well, you can get deals off the MLS, but it might take a long time.
A long time,
Yeah.
right? And that's the thing. Like, will you not just wait long enough to get the deal, but you gotta grind your way, right? And to get a deal. Like you have to grind for a long period of time, right? It's not just waiting around. I'm just gonna wait around until I get a deal. No, you gotta grind your way to get that deal, right? So I think that becomes a problem with people with the waiting, right? It's not that people are not patient enough. It's can you endure whatever grind that's going to be, right? That's why I tell people do whatever you're going to be able to do. Like when I was teaching, I was able to text people while I'm sitting at my desk because that was the most convenient thing for me. I could do that, right? Now you telling me I was going to teach all day, go home and get on the phone for 3 hours every day to get deals, that was not going to happen, right? If you tell, let's say Thad, his best thing for him may be to sit there on the dollar all day, right? But you're going to tell him to go and put out 100 bandit signs at 4 o'clock in the morning, or whenever, every day, every week. Do you want with that go out and do that for 8 months? Put out bandit signs every week for 8 months? Will you do that, Thad? That, that's
Not,
that's what I'm saying. Like, have you tried to put out a bandit sign though, Thad?
I have tried to put out a bandit sign.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought it was in a good place where
If,
people that everybody that should
I'm
be able to
sure it was
see
in
it.
a good place. You had a good idea. You had all the right stuff, and it would have worked if you would had the endurance to do the same thing over time, right?
Yeah, I
But
put out one. I put out one, guys.
that's probably
Hey,
that's
yeah.
probably better than me. I think I may have put out a few of them maybe once. But the thing is, can I keep that up? Is that in my wheelhouse? Right? Is that something I feel like, oh, this is nothing. I can do this over and over and over and over and over again over time, and it's not even gonna, make me feel anything different. Like I'm cool with that grind, right? That's like that. What he does right now in his routine, he's cool with that grind, right? He's
Yeah.
not sitting there saying, "Oh, this is a burn,"
Nah,
He ain't
I
gonna
be
be,
here all day. It'd be eight,
but
nine o'clock. It's
but he
still
cool
be
with
here.
that grind. It's like you
Yeah.
got to be cool with that grind. Whatever your grind is gonna be, whatever your marketing style is gonna be, you got to be cool with that grind. Like I heard a guy was talking about, like he would throw his headphones on and play video games and be on the dollar, right? So the dollar just going when it picks up, he's just talking to somebody, but he's playing the video game. He's just sitting on the video game. you know, he could do that all day, right? It's like, whatever fits for you is the thing, man. It's not like one thing is automatically gonna work, but you got to do what fits for you that you could do on like consistent basis and grind it out, right? What do you think that?
No, I agree wholeheartedly. Whatever whatever it takes, whatever you can do, you'll still get there. So whatever you got to do. I mean, I mean, this is off the subject, but I was in Afghanistan. Like, we had this fitness, we had this like weight loss challenge, and
Uh-oh.
me, like, I don't know. I used to work out when I was younger. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I don't like to work out at all, and like now I don't. And so to win that challenge, I would walk everywhere. Like I would walk like miles and miles and miles. I would be in my office, walking a loop around my office, like with the TV on, like with you could watch TV. Like I walked my TV on, and I lost like I don't know. I think I lost like maybe like 30 something pounds. Like I think I was like about 220, and at the end I was like 190. In like 6 weeks. I
Yeah.
won. I won the like I won. Uh, but like I could have been doing P90X or insanity or whatever it is, but just do whatever you can do and do that, and do that. You know, I was just walking. You know,
And it
oh,
still worked.
still work. I ate a little bit less. I ate a little bit less now. I
Yeah, but you
did
gotta eat less no matter
change.
what.
Yeah, I changed my diet and I walked 30 pounds.
Walking work, running would work,
Running work,
jogging would
yeah.
work.
Jogging work, push ups.
Yeah,
Do enough
that
push
would
ups,
work.
you lose enough weight.
Yeah,
Maybe might gain a little bit, but
yeah,
push ups.
it all worked. But
Burpees.
I remember when you had me and my wife walking around the track,
Yeah,
you
walking
know,
around the
for
track.
10 hours. It's like, would it be better we just ran and we just jogged this
No,
far?
no, 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 no running, no running, no running. Well, you know, well,
Oh man, that was funny. So A says I'm in the gym every day, 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
sharp.
sharp. Woo!
Woo! You on that
What is it?
grind, man.
Oh man, Mr. Clean. I don't know, man. Just imagine it. I got an image in my head, you know. Oh man,
Hey
hopefully
man,
you
that's what's
wholesale
up,
like that,
man.
man. Like, whoo.
Hey, you on that grind, man. That I would be in the gym early in the morning, but like everything about it was like mental for me. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to read books. I was trying to figure out you know, how to do what Thad gave me this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and ever since then I was trying to figure out how do I make it happen, right? So my 5 a.m. waking up was more about like how do I figure that out. I listened to so many podcasts, read so many books, and I'm up trying to figure it out, trying to fight, mentally with myself to figure out how do I get there, right? So like that was my fight at 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to sharpen my mind and get my mind ready for, to try to get to where I am now. So, uh, but A says I'm 24. I got the energy for
Oh,
that.
okay. Oh, he's
Uh,
24. He's 24.
24.
Yeah.
Shoot, at 24, I wasn't waking up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait up 5 a.m.
But
either.
at
Actually,
what I was, but shoot, I was waking up at 5 a.m. from like the time I was like, what, 26, 27 until, I would, before I had my kid. Like, I would wake up at 5, go to the gym, go to the gym, man. It's like, or just out walking. I would be walking the track, going to the gym. I would be doing something at 5 a.m. I got to wake up. I got to get going. I got to get my mind right. I got to, win the day,
win
Now
the
with
day. Win the
kid,
day.
got 3 kids, and now it's like, I'm trying to get back there, man. I'm trying to get back there, but hopefully I'll be back at 5. I've been wrestling. I've been getting up at 6. Haven't hit 5 yet, Thad. So I've been getting up at 6, trying to wake myself up. Like,
I've been
you know.
getting up at 9. Hey, like, I get up like 8:50, 8:50. You know, like it's time to get started. Let's get it.
Yeah,
But
but yeah, man. So, um, what else is wholesaling 101?
wholesaling 101. What would you need to know?
I would say some things you need to know. Like, I would say, like, dude, get a contract that you understand and that you can
Yeah,
explain, right? Get a
easiest.
contract that you can understand and that you can explain. That would be 101. You can get it from all over the place. I got a contract, that got a contract. Everybody who wholesale got a daggone contract. Just get one that you can explain, right? And if there's stuff in there that you can't explain, then you probably don't need to use it.
Or,
So
or find somebody to explain it to you.
yeah, yeah, that's what I explained it to you. So you can
Encumbrance.
explain it.
What's an encumbrance?
Yeah, so you can explain it to the seller. So just make sure you have contracts that you can explain. I think that's a big 101. Learn how to send contracts out via DocuSign or electronic signature, right? So figure out, okay, how am I going to send a contract out through electronic signature, right? That's wholesaling 101, especially virtually wholesaling. You just want to take it, print it out, copy it to the seller, and make them sign it. That's another thing. But I would say e-signature on a contract is wholesaling 101 for sure, right? Um, Let me think of what else. Um, my biggest thing is you got to find those buyers, man. Like that's wholesaling 101. Just getting connected with the buyers is like a big one, right? And I'm telling you, man, you go on Zillow and you look up a property, you can call a agent on a flip property, and they would be happy to bring, most of them will be happy to bring more properties to their investors. So, like, if you do nothing else, it's free to look them up on Zillow and find buyers, right? I had a property I got in the contract. I called up an agent. They got an investor that would be interested in that property in the area. So, I got on the contract. If none of my buyers want it, I'm gonna send it to them, see if they want it, right? So, that's what I'm saying, man. You got to connect with the buyers, and that's a good way to do it. So Jordan says, what do you say when they ask you to come look at the property before giving an offer? What do you say to them, that come look at my
Um,
before you give me an offer?
a lot of times, depending on the neighborhood, like if it's in like a HOA, the neighborhood, all the houses look the same. It's like we do this so much, and all your houses in these neighborhoods are 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, square footage. Like it's like I just explained it, like your house and your neighbor's house and their house, there's so much alike, and we buy houses in neighborhoods like yours all the time, that we are very accurate with our with our numbers. And unless you have some kind of circumstance such as termites, or your house is haunted, or, I kind of joke with them, break it up. I'm like, your house is haunted or something. We are very certain that we're gonna be, we're we know our numbers, where we're gonna be. If their house is not in one of those neighborhoods, and they want us to see it before we make an offer, a lot of times, I mean, I have sometimes even sent the person up there before we made an offer. Like, like some of my buyers, I'm like, hey, we don't have them on contract. You want to go over there and look at it real quick? And I've done that too. Like, if it's possible. Um, I'm trying to think. Even like I feel like even one of our buyers said they would do that one time. So if I really push came to shove, had to, like if they weren't going to do the deal any other kind of way, then you might even look on Craigslist or look at, like, hey, can you go over to this house and take some pictures? Okay, we seen it. This is an offer. If I had to.
But I
if
always let them know, like, if they want to do that, like, hey, um, it's just going to add another person that we're going to have to send out to your property, right? We want to keep, we usually just need to see your property maybe one, maybe two times, but if we got to send somebody out there before we give you an offer, now we got to see your property two or three times, right? So
Oh,
just
Jordan. Oh, other thing you can say is, can you just take some pictures around your property and send them to me, and that'll work for we can go off of that. If they really think that, oh, you got to see it first. Okay, can you take me some pictures and send me some pictures before, and that's good for you anyway because you might want the pictures. So I mean, you can kind of push it on that angle. Like, can you just send me the pictures? And like Byron said, that'll save us from having to send one other person out there.
yep. So that's kind of how we go at it. But like that said, a good one is just hey, we buy properties in the area all the time, man. We know what we're getting ourselves into, and this is what we be able to offer you. Obviously, we gotta come out and look at it, but we don't want to waste our time coming out and looking at it if we're both not, in agreement on some kind of number that we're gonna be able to work with.
I forgot another thing I tell them is that we're gonna send something like you haven't even signed, and it's like I said, we talk to so many people a day who
Yeah,
say, "Come look at my house, come look at my house." Then we come look at the house and oh, I don't want to sign.
yeah.
So we've changed our policy to make it that if you sign, we'll come look at your house. So, I said I said that before too. You can use that, but I
Yeah.
like because I'm like we get a lot of people who want us to come look and then they don't want to sell, you know. So yeah, I use that a lot for even
Oh yeah.
signing.
Change of the policy. I love
Yeah, they
that
changed the policy.
one, man. Oh man, that's a good one. But yeah, man. So yeah, that's kind of the angle I would take. All that stuff is good. And then you just use kind of whatever works for you. Um, but what else is wholesale 101, man? Um, I would say, man, I think the game is just simple, man. You find buyers, you
Simple.
figure out what they want, you go search for what they want, and you bring it to them. So, like, I think that's a simple process. It's so simple. It's like, dang, what else? I mean, you just have to go do that, right? Most of it is just doing though, right? When it comes to wholesaling, a lot of it is just doing, you know. It's not like a lot of other businesses. Um, Most of it is just doing, just being active, right? The more active you are, the better. The more people you talk to, the better, right? It's just got to be active, right? Got to put yourself out there enough. You got to be active enough, and if you're active enough, then deals are just gonna fall. It's just gonna come, and things are just gonna start happening, right? Just based sheerly off activity level, right? That's Grant Cardone, right? 10x rule. It's like, dude, increase your activity level. Increase your activity level. If you increase your activity level, deals, 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 deals. Right? What you think that?
I mean, you got it, coach.
Oh,
Like oh man. For a second, I turned my head like this, like Coach Prime, like that.
no, you are
But
you are
I don't know if
stupid,
y'all know
man.
Brian used to be a coach, so he'd be coaching sometimes, but he's good at it. He's good at it.
You
No,
are
you got it.
stupid.
That was that's true.
You are stupid. So Jordan said when texting somebody, here we go, that and somebody just responds with a high price. How do you respond? That how do
When
you
you say
respond?
high, like if
If the Zillow is 350 and they ask for 500,000.
oh man, 500,000. A lot of times, like I don't know if you got gold toilets or but that's not how we're gonna respond. But I would. A lot of times, we train our VAs to say, there's no comparable, homes in your market at that price. Um, is it negotiable? Like, is that price negotiable? If it's not negotiable, could you go ahead and take yourself some time and like, is that price negotiable? Because there's not any comparable properties in your that we can find. Do you know of any comps? Like maybe you might ask them if they know a comp or something. Especially if you're in a non-disclosure state, and they because we're in disclosure state, so we can easily look. But if you weren't in a disclosure state and they said something crazy, you could maybe ask for some comps or something. But I just normally tell them it's not comparable. Sometimes I ask them if they want to list their house, and because if they really believe their house is worth something, if I try to talk them out of it, they're gonna think I'm trying to like run game on them or something. So sometimes I just say, would you be interested in speaking to a local real estate agent or something? And I just tell the agent, hey, I say we're gonna run some comps. They're gonna run some comps for you, and blah 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 blah. So when the agent runs their comps, then it didn't come from me. I didn't tell you, because you weren't gonna listen to me anyway. When I asked you wasn't negotiable, when I told you to want any comparables, and I just kind of just push it off. If the agent can somehow talk them into listing from 500, or whatever, or want to waste their time with it, that's what I do. If it's high like that, if it's a little bit high, then I say make your offer. Like if it's not, if say the Zillow's 300 and they at 330 or something, or 340, I'd say go ahead and offer whatever you want to offer, because they might say yeah. But if they at 500 and the Zillow's 300, then isn't negotiable. Uh, Maybe pass it on as a listing or something. Have an agent knock them down, because they not maybe they don't trust people from their phone. What you think, Byron?
We just got a guy on the contract that was asking for 400. Now he's selling for like 260.
How long was the wait? How long was the
I
time?
don't know. I mean, I can go look right now.
Like, was it within a year, 6 months,
Dude, it had to be within about 6 days.
6 days, 6 days?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man.
Um, did he say it was negotiable? Did you ask him was it
Let me
negotiable?
see. Thank you is actually for 400 at one point.
Let's see.
Uh,
Byron's doing the research for you guys. He's looking it up.
yeah, maybe I had one person. I think Press may have called him and he asked for 400, but Laura texted him and he was asking for 275, and now he's at 260. But I think Press may have texted him earlier because I told Press to send him an offer, and he was like, "Hey, ain't that the guy who asked for 400?" And I was like, "I don't know. He's taking 260 now, but I don't know. Maybe he was just like messing around. Some people just be playing around when they say crazy numbers, you know."
Yeah, they do. That's why I said, is it negotiable? If they say no, it's not negotiable, then I normally, pass it on.
Yeah,
But
some people be messing around when they say some crazy numbers, you know, and you just have to talk to them, see what they're really trying to do. So Wu Tang says, I got a property that the population is 600. It's sitting on 5 acres. It's not under contract. Should I bother?
the town, I mean, it's not even a town, the hamlet, I guess, population 600
Yeah.
people. The house is sitting on. You might should bother though. Even with all that, all the people don't care about is the price. I might, if he say I want to sell for ten
It's
thousand
12
dollars. Like
miles from Athens.
you said, what?
It's 12 miles from Athens.
I mean, you got to know the price. I
Yeah.
we tell our VAs, I don't care if it's in Canada. What's the price? Like what how much you want to sell for? Because we might be able to find a buyer. So
Yep.
I wouldn't give up until you can get a price or offer him something that you think is ridiculously low, and see if he says yes.
Yeah. So he said
Oh,
the
see, the
house
house
is
is
nice.
nice. See, like
It's 12 miles away from Athens. So yeah, I definitely think give it a shot.
give it
You
a
just
shot.
never know what turns into a deal. You just never know what turns to a deal. And shoot, I mean, the town could be small, but like once you're in an area like that where there's a lot of different other places around, you just never know. You know, you just never know. So Cold World says, how do y'all manage VAs that text, handling responses, inputting leads? Come on, Thad, give them the sauce.
He
Give
asked
them the
like,
extra sauce,
this ain't
Thad.
the one on one. He
He
said,
want the
you
extra,
need to
yo,
shoot himself.
hey, Thad, he want the dipping sauce, Thad. He trying to go into your bucket over there,
Oh,
Thad.
man, how do you manage VAs that text? Handling responses. So I don't know what texting platform you use. We used to use Lead Sherpa, but now we use Launch Control. Launch Control already has, you can put like quick replies that are pre-written replies. How did you get my number? It will have a reply already written out. So we have a reply pretty much for anything that we've seen, like say
That's
five
common.
times or more.
Yeah.
We already have a reply like written. So that's how we handle that. Input and leads. So Byron is real big on systems. As I said yesterday, so he was real big on showing our VAs how to take something from prop stream, put it into Lead Sherpa, and how to take it from Lead Sherpa after you skip trace it and put it into launch control. He's real big on teaching that. I'm kind of a little more like paranoid sometimes. So if it's a little bitty list, like I said I was doing a distress list. I skipped. It was like 100 leads. I skipped trace it real quick and I put it in there myself. But I could still have them do that. I just want to make sure it's named the right thing. Like most of the times, like Byron will name it like the city or the county, which a VA could easily do. I just want to, since these are distressed homes and only distressed homes, I just want to make sure that they get tested with the right template. So I got a template called the stress. I got the leads called the stress. Should be easy. But hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully that answered your question. But that's what launch control. I don't know if you're using what
What
you.
if they text you something that's not like something that you've already like got templated? Like, do you let
Okay.
the VAs freestyle response? What if they don't know what to say? Like, how do you handle their responses? Like, how do you just manage the VAs? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. How do we? Okay. So if they're asking something that they don't know the answer to, if a seller is asking something that our VAs don't know the answer to, a lot of times they'll say, I'll reach out to my property manager. Thanks. Noted. I'm going to reach out to my property manager and we'll get back with you. That's normally like that's not, exactly the words, but it's just like, I will take this to my property manager and get back with you within and they'll call me or call Byron or call their boss, like Laura, so there's VA under Laura. So Laura manages our VAs. Laura is a VA, but she manages our VAs. We pretty much talk to Laura and it funnels down to them, funnels down to the VAs. So if somebody did write something and they didn't know the answer, they're going to take that to Laura. And then if Laura doesn't know the answer, she's going to take it to one of us. But while they're stalling for time, they're going to say, know that I will take this, I will give this information to my purchase manager, property whatever manager, and I will get right back with you. That's what they do to stall for time if they don't have the answer to a response. Um, Sometimes they know the answer though. Sometimes we play this game and I throw out random questions that sellers might ask, you know, and see like in live, and see how they respond. So it's a nice little training game that we play sometimes. Uh, what you think, Byron?
Yeah, I think what you said is good. Another thing that Thad did was like implementing the penalty system. I
I, I said I
would
was
say
waiting.
expectation system. Let's make it sound better. An expectation system for our VAs.
Yeah, that is how we manage. We
Yeah.
manage with the whip, and no, we don't. We punish like we have bonuses and we have punishments. So it's like
Not punishment.
they
They have
start,
expectations.
but okay, we
Expectations.
got expectations, but we give them money at the beginning of the week, like kind of like a bonus. And if they don't mess up and do anything bad, they get to keep the bonus money. And if they start messing up, it's gonna cut down on other bonus. And if you mess up a whole lot, then you're gonna be like in your own money.
Yeah.
But like however much they got paid before, we added money to that at the beginning of the week every week. And so, you getting a bonus if you don't mess up. If you do mess up once or twice, you probably still got a bonus. And if you keep messing up all week long, then you're not gonna have a bonus and it's gonna be um eating out of your own pay. But yeah, I waited a whole year for that. I had to get my the boss to sign off on that, you know. But Laura, as soon as she said yes, I said, "Well, we could do. But
So DJ Light, I thought it sold, but anyway, so how have your business changed since the market has changed and all the big buyers, hedge funds exited the market? Has the money slowed up? How have you guys adjusted? I think everybody money is slow. I think like the entire economy money is slow. I think every business in America money is slow. But yes, I talked about this like in another live. Like I'm making half of what I was making before. Um, but the thing is, I mean, I just didn't need to make all the money that I was making before. Half of that is too much. Even half of what I was making was too much. But like, you know, in real estate and in business, you got to expect this. Like you cannot expect just to be like always at the top of the roller coaster and never come down, right? You're just gonna always fly high, right? It's like it's gonna be this right here, right? You just gotta try to stay consistent as you can mentally, and then you in what you do, try to stay as consistent as you can, right? That's like there's it's times where things go up and down. And then you're talking about December, January, people don't be moving like that during these months. But it's crazy though. Shoot, we just got two properties under contract, like back to back. Well, just yesterday, two properties under contract. Shoot, I got three flips going on. So like it's up and down. Like you have bad times and then you have good times. So it's crazy. Like it's just crazy. So and it all depends. It's like there's good times and there's bad times. Like there's times, like I was telling people, there's times where I made 100 grand in a month, but it's also times where I made like 20K in a month. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, you know, if you average it all together, there'll be times where I make 20 grand. I may make 20 grand this month, but I got a flip. I got two properties that I probably make good money off of. I got another flip. It's like I got another property I'm getting under contract today. That's another flip. I get it under contract. I have four flips going on. Then I got two other properties I got under contract that I'm getting sold. So it's like, is it slow? Yes, it's slow. But is it to the point where it's like, I'm not going to do this anymore? You got to understand that you got to stay consistent. Just as fast as it's down next year, you stay consistent enough, you'll be making, more money than you need. It's just so when you make a ton of money, you can't go out there and buy, Rolls Royce, Bentley, all this crazy stuff, right? You got to stay, you got to stay the course, man. You got to stay the course. So, like, that's my take. Yeah, my money has been slow, but slow to me. I was teaching, making, 5 grand a month, right? So, you know, I do two wholesale deals and I made my whole teacher salary. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, so for me, you know, it doesn't take much for me to be good, you know. But I just think that you got to be able to go through these right here. You just got to be able to, because it's gonna come, right? And whoever can last them, those are the people that end up on top. Because when they hit them highs, you know what I'm saying? It'd be really good. What you think
DJ, well, DJ Light Soul.
Yeah, I guess
'06.
so.
I
But
graduated
it's a
'06
T at
too.
the end. It's a T at the end.
Uh, he'd be like, I was born in '06 or something. He probably born in '06
No,
or something.
graduating 06.
He graduated in '06.
Maybe. How about that?
I said I graduated in '06. I said his name is '06. He might have been born in '06. You know, you get kind of old. You like,
Yeah, I
I
guess
was
we are
born in
getting
'06.
on. You are getting
I
on.
don't know. But like to answer your question, yeah, like Byron said, it's slowed down, but I even me and Byron were discussing the other day, like how we ran our business last year and how we run it today is like this is actually helping us become more efficient. We kind of wait, like we had a lot, like we realized we don't need this many VAs, we need this many VAs, you know.
Yeah.
Like okay, like we actually only needed the boss and the other VA. We didn't need like, you know, one for each, you know, system. Like maybe you only needed one for 3 systems, and you know, and then a boss. um Even how Byron like flips homes now, or like there's a lot of other kinds of ways of finance or do deals that when you're just regularly wholesaling, you're not thinking about. There's deals that you were leaving on the table before, like say last year, that you're not leaving on the table now, because now you're like, you know, I can still make money, you know, maybe doing an ovation, or I could still make money maybe doing a subject too, or I could still make money maybe flip buying in hotel, you know, doing some hotels. Whereas
Yeah, it's like
before,
I wouldn't have learned about short sale. I wouldn't have been flipping. I wouldn't have been, all this transactional funding, like all this stuff, that you learn. You get so much better. Good times, what they say, good times make fat cats. It's like, you just a fat cat. I'm just sitting there. I'm just wholesaling. I'm just sitting there getting so filled up. It's like I ain't doing nothing. But like when the
yeah,
bad times come, it's like you learning, you sharpening yourself, you
yeah,
sharpening the iron, you sharpen the iron. So like when the good times come back around, woo, woo, man, you ready to go, and all these other people who got weary and dropping out, all those people going, and you said you ready to go, you sharpen yourself. So it's like, by the end of all this, I know how to do short sales. I know how to flip. I'm trying to work on my rental game. It's like doing this different stuff, sharpening my iron. I'm not just like a one trick pony. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's
yeah.
like
So
you sharpen your iron, and then when the good times come back, boom, you take off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still going now. You know what I'm saying? It's like I would have never thought then that I would be doing 3 flips at one time. You know what I'm saying? No, I never would have thought that. Or I would have figured out how to do short sales. That I would buy a house for 20K. You know, I never would have thought any of that stuff. Right now, I'm able to get my hands on money like real fast. Like I figure how to do a lot of different stuff from bad times. Bad
yeah,
times make soft people, right? I mean,
that
bad
does make
times
hard
make hard
people.
people. Good times make soft people. You're soft. I
Yeah,
was really soft. And then when the bad time comes, like, ooh, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't do this one thing that I figured out how to do. Now I don't know what to do. Right?
yeah.
So you
So
just,
we adjusted. You know, we doing different things. You know, we deal with agents. Like I said, some of these high people, like the guy asked, I'm like, man, hey, these sellers want like 50K over Zillow. They not backing down. You want to run some comps to go over there? If it works out, I want to get paid. You know, if it
yeah.
don't work out, then I wasn't gonna get paid anyway. So you know, but it's been working out. You know,
Yeah.
like it's been working out.
Yeah, so just figuring out more stuff, connecting with a lot of people, talking to
Yeah.
people, stuff like that, man. Those are the adjustments that made different, basically different exit strategies, right? There's still people who's looking to sell. How do you profit off them selling, right? Whether that's short sale, whether that's flipping, whether that's referred to an agent, whether that's all the different kind of methods that we're finding how to, okay, this is a good way to
Subject to.
exit, this is a good way to profit off this person's trying to sell and help them, in this situation. Bam. Those are the adjustments that we made, right? Those are the adjustments that we made.
Yeah.
As far as the big buyers and hedge funds leaving, exiting the market, not all of them are exiting. right? You got to find out who's still buying, right? Because there's
Yeah.
people still buying,
You
right?
can see that on prop stream. If
Yeah,
you can look on prop stream and see what areas, like, you can put a time on there, like say like from now up at, like from today, like 2 months back, and see who's buying what at what city, and see who is buying.
yep,
You could do that with prop stream
yeah. I
in
think there's,
disclosure states.
yeah, they're still buying, man. They're still buying. There's some people who dropped out for sure, but there
Yeah.
are some people who are still buying. Trust me, I know personally, from people dropping out. It's bad out there for some people, but it's still some people buying. So Wu Tang said hedge funds are actually offloading properties that they gutted just to break even. Yeah, I mean, I bet it is some out there
Yeah.
that's doing that, man. It's because some of them just like completely just dropped out. Period. They just got out of it completely. It's crazy. But like I said, there's still some people out there that's buying. You just got to stay consistent, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing. And there's all kind of other people out there that's wanting to buy. You know, there's still opportunity out there, man. Like Warren Buffett say, when what did he say when people are greedy, you ought to be scared. All right, when people get scared, that's when you should be greedy, right? It's like, dude, it's time to get greedy. It's like there's a lot of people out there that's scared. They're scared to death, you know. And the thing is, as this thing keeps settling in and the sellers start feeling it, that's when you can go out there. Like, I'm starting to see that we just able to say this price, and the sellers are buckling at the knees and saying, okay. It's like they're kind of giving in a little bit and saying, okay, I'm just this price. It's like you got to get to a point where like you ain't scared to just tell them what it is. Like, it's like, so man, it started to get exciting a little bit on some of this stuff. So it turns toward being a buyer's market. This is what you got to go through, right? It's like, it's like what old people say, don't talk about the pain, just show me the baby. Don't tell me about the pain, just show me the baby. That's all I want to see. It's like this is just the growing pains, man. You want it to be a buyer's market, like, dude, these are the growing pains that you have to go through to get to the buyer's market. Right? It has to shift. It's shifting, shifting, shifting. It's like, but it's the pain that you got to go through. Don't complain about the pain. You want the baby. It's like, just show me the baby. So, that's kind of what we're going through, man. But I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be okay. Right. So Cass says facts. Every bird comes down from for a moment. Yeah, no doubt. I had heard that one, Cass. Every bird comes down for a moment. I had heard that one. You heard that one, that?
Even birds come down from a moment. No, I haven't heard that one. That's the
do you
first.
do you guys have American acquisition managers, closers, or they have foreign VAs too? So I have
From
a lead manager that basically acts like an acquisition a lot of times, and I have like some acquisition people, but they're people that I knew that I put on to wholesaling. It's like, hey, I work my leads, I'll give you 10%, that kind of deal. And I just provide them with leads, you know, I let them into my lunch troll. They'll look over leads and stuff like that. They see something, they'll call people, and like, stuff like that. So I do have some Americans working for me as acquisitions, but my lead manager, that's a VA from the Philippines. I mean, she putting people under contract. She got the two under contract I got right now. Talk to them. I ain't talked to these people at all. She's talked to them. She got them under contract, and she do a good job. So you know,
yeah.
can't complain. So Cordero said expansion while others contract. No doubt, man. Other people are, crawling into their shell. You know, you can't crawl into your shell, man. You got to be willing to stay consistent. Because the thing is, like with so many people exiting, you talking about like the big buyers exiting the market, a lot of jokers are exiting. Right? It's like, you know, but if you just keep building, you're gonna be ready to take advantage as things start to turn, or take advantage now. It's like now is a good time to take advantage. Right? It's like, there's some things that we're even seeing. It's like, ooh, that right there could be really good. It's like, we're seeing stuff. We're like, ooh, it's like, you know, that could be so. Like Thad was saying earlier, it's like you start like when you don't just have an easy way to do one thing, you start looking around like, ooh, but if I can start doing that right there, that's gonna be big. So
Yeah.
DJ Light, I'm gonna call him Soul. Um, so you using hard money to fund your flips? No, private. What kind of terms are you normally getting? Shoot, man, I work out all kind of stuff because I know these people, right? It's like on some of this stuff, like I could tell people like what I'm gonna pay them. I could just talk to them, be like, hey, this is going on. I'm gonna give you this much money, and then you gotta let me hold it for whatever long. So I get different rates. I get stuff that works, right? Sometimes I use my own money, because like I got a deal right now where it's like, okay, purchase price was like 40K, rehab 25K. Not bad. Purchase price 20K, rehab 25K, not bad. So some of the stuff I use my own money, other stuff like I use private money, but it's like, I could use private money and get charged very little just because I know people and I tell them the numbers. Hey, these are the numbers. It makes sense to me to pay you this much to get, to borrow this much money. Right. Like I just closed the deal using private money and I just needed transactional funding, and I think it was like 200 and 200 and some thousand, and they only charged me 1K. So I paid 1K for transactional funding on like 200 and I think it was 215,000, right? Got charged 1K. That's because I know the person though. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I'm not dealing with random people, right? I'm dealing with people that I know, right? I can call them up and tell them. In reality, they would do it for little or nothing, right? If I really needed it, they probably do it for free. But it's like, because I just know that like these are people that I know. Like I ain't talking to random people, but you just get to know people over time, talking to them, dealing with them, all that kind of stuff, man. So that's why you get in the room with people with money. Talk to people with money. That's like Thad. I'm pretty sure Thad, he know a guy. I'm pretty sure he can get his hands on some money. Like Thad,
Yeah,
really get his hands on
they
money.
give me some money.
You know what I'm saying? He get his hand on money. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's like you got to get to know people who got money, right? It's like, that is crucial. Even if you ain't got it, people who get their hands on it. So like the thing. Um, but yeah, man. Y'all. So shoot, we've been on here an hour. Are you kidding me? Holy smokes! I'm looking up like maybe we've been on 30 minutes, 40, dude, an hour, over an hour. Man, Thad, you're making these shows go for a long
Quick, shake and bake.
time. Shake and bake Ricky Bobby. Oh my God. All right, so what's going on? What's going on? Well, I'll just let y'all know what's going on with me, what I had to do today. So today I woke up and another property was under contract. That was good. Um, I sent those properties out to buyers. Uh, I also trained my VA in my trucking business. Right, that was big. I'm trying to create systems around my trucking business. That's another thing. It's like, okay, you learn how to build a business with this wholesaling. Okay, can you build a business with trucking? Right. So building businesses, you know, it's like being able to build a business. Like I never thought that like I would be a business person, right? And that I would be like building businesses. So like seeing how all can work together, like just the fundamentals of building any business, is big. So That's what I've been working on, really, the trucking business, and then just like properties I got in the contract, flips I got going on, checking in on them and stuff like that. So, um, what you have going on today, Thad? You have any
I'm
selling?
looking at lunch control. You even
Uh-oh.
clicking over here.
You got some
What I
drama,
got going? What I got going on
VA
today?
drama.
I mean, I had a little bit of VA drama, but it wasn't too much drama. I mean, look, now you reminded me. Now you reminded me. Um, I mean, VA, she did a quick reply to a person. Oh look, did he go? Did he drop? She did a quick reply to a person, and the reply was pretty much asking the same thing that the seller had asked. The seller got mad, um, are you a robot? Is this a real person? Blah 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 blah. And then she tried to fix it, and she goes, I'm sorry, for the fast response and all this stuff. But yeah, she just messed it up. She just two unforced errors, two unforced
To our
errors.
sports here, so
Yeah,
that
two
hurt you all.
unforced errors in a row. I talked to her about it though. That was Laura. One of the girls called out sick today, so Laura was doing extra stuff. She was doing one person's job, then doing her regular job. So I
I
expect there to
don't know,
be,
man. Calling out sick ain't a good sign.
yeah, yeah. Good thing we got another one. That's what I said. He thought we should just have one, but I always think there should be two in the chamber. Just in case one's a dud.
but,
You
the,
know,
but the, that's what I'm saying. I may have the other one over there at the trucking. It's like, hey,
but you got the other one. That you got. But we're talking about
that's what
Fiona.
I'm saying. That may be the one in the chamber.
Oh, but we got Michelle and Fiona.
That's what I'm saying. But that may be the one in the chamber. The one in the trucking may be one in the chamber.
Okay, but I mean, we're still talking about what you mean. Like if the girl call it sick, she gonna do both jobs. She gonna do trucking and testing at the same time.
Yeah.
No, man, they
Or,
do.
or, or she
Yeah.
could just go straight to Texas, and then
Oh,
I'll
okay.
just handle the truck.
Oh, okay, okay,
Or I
okay.
can get two. I can get two doing. My thing is like, if you have two working half time, they always gonna be looking for something else. You know
They're
what
gonna
I'm
be
saying?
looking for something
You're never
else.
gonna get anybody to commit to you and be strong and grow. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
that's true. I just don't want the girl that's working on trucking being like, oh, I couldn't do these things because I was working. Because we already got enough
No, I'm saying
excuses.
going over. I'm talking about
Okay,
going over. Yeah, yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah, yeah.
That'll work. But I'm about to say I hear
I mean,
enough
I'd rather
excuses
have
about.
two trucking. I'd rather have one that kind of floats or does like some stuff in between, or just have two that do trucking, and then she just knows how to do launch control. You know what I'm saying?
Two that do trucking.
Well, one that knows how to do trucking, something in trucking, and know how to do launch control. So just in case she need to be a backup, she can go that way. I'd rather
Okay.
have two in trucking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'd rather
'Cause
have
I can
somebody
have two
that
full-time trucking
I can
VAs.
trust in lunch control.
No, I can have two full-time trucking VAs.
Okay, okay. And so two in trucking and one in lunch control.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All right.
then one of the VA truckers can be the backup launch control person.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Okay, no, that works.
I
Yeah.
think
So if she call out, then yeah, that works. Yeah. As long as she can do both. Yeah. I'm not at the same time, but as long as she can do.
yeah, that's
You
like
know.
Jessa right now.
Yeah. Just.
She should be able to do launch control.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
if
if she
she's
had to
smart
go.
as you say she is,
No, I
I
mean I
can.
don't think she's the smartest person. I'm just
But I
saying
mean,
that
I mean, it's quick replies. I mean, she's smart. I think she can do it. It's quick replies.
should be able to
Quick
do it. But
replies.
my
Yeah.
thing is she's already been trained in launch control. So she should be able to do that.
Yeah, she should.
Should. But you know how it is. You know how it is,
I know how it is.
that.
Other than that, I got a couple sellers on the bubble. Like I said, I just did this distress property list that I'm really about to hit the phones. Oh yeah, you gotta get to work. Gotta get to work on the railroad,
Oh
man. Yeah,
yeah, you gotta hit
it's
the
about time for
phone,
us to get to work
man.
too.
Get on that
Uh,
dollar.
but Yeah, I'm really excited about this list. This is hopefully it'll be more subject twos. Maybe have Byron do a couple short sales. Um, maybe I don't know, short sale subject twos. Maybe owner finance. Maybe owner finance. So we'll see about it. It's a small like hundred person list. So I think one of them was like $9 or something. So um, we'll see how that goes. But that's what I got going on today. Other than North Carolina,
So Cadero said, glad to see I'm not the only one dealing with VA
you are
drama.
not alone. What Michael Jackson said, you are not alone. You know, I'm telling
You
you,
are
man.
not alone.
We here with you, man.
I am here.
The- We might have to like start a new business and like just therapists for like VAs, like like what Key and Peele had like the anger, like like the angry version, like a
Yeah.
anger translator, like translate how we feel, to our VAs. I
Uh,
don't know, but
the
yeah, you're not alone, man.
VA drama. VA drama. So JB said, my bro-in-law trying to get in the trucking industry. Can I send them to you to ask a few questions? I don't know, man. Right, my trucking right now is like my real estate was back then. It's like, I wasn't even taking no questions about real estate. I wasn't telling nobody about real estate because I'm just trying to figure it out. It's like that's what I'm doing with trucking right now. I'm just trying to figure it out, man. You came here and asked a question, maybe I'll probably answer it. But like, I ain't, really I'm still trying to figure out the trucking business, man. I mean, I'm doing it. I got one truck. I've been doing it for 5 months now. And it make good money. You're making like eight grand, around 8 grand, 6 to 8 grand a month. I would say six probably be the worst. 8 grand is good in a month. But yeah, man, like I'm trying to buy more trucks. You got to turn that business into $1 million business. But the good thing about trucking is you make money every day. It's like, dude, I've never been in a situation where I made money every day, but it just feels good. It's not as much as real estate, but it still feels good, to make money every day. It's like, it just feels good. But I don't know. I don't
So bring him on the show. He'll answer the questions.
know. But anyways, man, we finna get off here, man. We staying on way too long. Thad is extending the show.
I'm
Uh
I'm sending, I'm gonna send the show. I'm over here on lunch control. 3 monitors. Remember I said get you 3 monitors. I'm over here like what?
Anyways, man, y'all let us know. We still got some people in here rocking with us an hour later. Y'all like the video, share our stuff. Go check that out at Wholesale
Man,
TV.
I got it. I still gotta make a video, but I've
Man,
been
gotta make
talking
some
so
more
long in
videos.
here. It's like if y'all had a question that y'all could have just asked me in here, but
There you go. You
yeah, I
can just
gotta go
ask
make a
that in here. Thad's the man. He's 24/7 wholesaling. So
24. Nine to nine.
9 to 9 wholesale. 9 to 9
Nine to
wholesale.
nine. He said I got up. I like, man, I got up at 8:50.
9 to 9. Don't call him at 8:59. He's nine
Yeah.
to nine. So Fat said, good show, guys. Yeah, I think it was a good show,
He
man. But
said great show, guys.
great show,
He said
great
great.
show.
Yeah, 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 great.
Great. Don't undercut us. Don't undercut us.
Yeah.
We're great. Right. But anyways, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. Till next time.
Catch y'all, I guess, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.